Hi, my name is Josh Server, and you are watching and reading Celebrity Interviews, and this interview is for Jaclyn of Celebrity Interviews. I started, I started acting at a very, very young age. I think professionally I started when I was 9, and yeah, my mom used to drive me up to auditions. We were living in San Diego at the time, and she used to drive me up and forth, back and forth all the time, helping me out. I think my very first one was an industrial video, and I'm sure it was awful, but I'm sure I was really excited to be there. So.
What was your very first red carpet event?
First red carpet event. I think we were always so busy doing the show. I think the red carpet events. I went to some premieres. Definitely did a red carpet event for Good Burger, which I'm sure a lot of people know that we did that movie. And then I remember another fun red carpet event. It was right before Chris Farley passed away. Unfortunately, he was on our show and he was amazing. He went and did a sketch, was there all day, and then invited like the entire cast to his movie for a big red carpet event, and we were treated like VIPs, and it was really neat. I think it was for Beverly Hills Ninja, and that was one of the last movies he did. So that was one that definitely pops out.
What was it like auditioning and becoming part of the first and original cast of all that?
I think I personally did maybe 3 or 4 or 5 auditions. They went to all the major cities. They went to New York, L.A., Chicago, Orlando, and I was one of the kids, or 2 of the kids. Me and Kel were picked from Chicago. So I remember there being a lot of them, but we got through it, and it was a lot of fun. They knew me because I had done a pilot for Nickelodeon, so that I think it made it a little easier for me because they kind of knew who I was. But
What was that pilot?
it was a pilot called Scooter, about a boy who was on a TV show that was playing a kid that was from outer space, and that was when I was like 12. It was amazing. It was a lot like it was a lot like being a kid anywhere else. There were good days, there were bad days, there were tough days. You know what I mean? But it really was like being part of a family, and we grew up there. So, but I look back on it, and I had some of the most fond and amazing memories, and really, I got to do what I loved every single day. And when you're a kid, you don't realize how cool that is. It's like they say the youth is kind of wasted on the young. We didn't know how good we had it, so to speak. But we got to do amazing characters and make each other laugh and the fans laugh every single day. So for that, I'm really grateful, and I have nothing but fond memories. Everyone seems to really like Ear Boy. Detective Dan was definitely one of my favorites. I've said in other interviews that Tandy was a lot of fun. People really liked that one. That laugh. It was so maniacal. It was creepy. I like doing the bacteria one that was like the angry British rocker. I loved. There was just a bunch. I mean, I really did enjoy all the characters, and I hope that showed through. I hope that came through in the work. It was a lot of fun. It was great to see everyone. Everyone looked great. It was great seeing Lori and Kel and Elisa and Angelique, and they were like the OG cast. And we really hadn't done anything like that since the 10-year reunion, and that was a while ago. So it had been a real long time since we've seen everyone, and it's kind of like I joked. It's kind of like a high school reunion for kids who didn't go to high school. Maybe graduated but didn't go to like normal high school. So it was very fun, and the fans came out. Everyone was awesome. The panel was awesome. So I had a really good time.
What other acting projects have you been a part of?
Well, I did a bunch of stuff for Nickelodeon other than all that. I did an episode of Kenan and Kel. I did an episode of Ned's Declassified. I did Drake and Josh, which a lot of people have told me they've seen. So I did a lot of those, a lot of stuff for Nickelodeon that wasn't all that. Figure it out. So that was always fun. They kept us busy doing a lot of stuff other than that. Good Burger and things like that. That's a tough one. I think there's a lot of people that I admire. As far as like, everyone always says that they're like, that I'm kind of like the Jim Carrey-ish guy from all that. So I think that would be pretty neat to be able to do like a comedy with Jim, because he's definitely one of my inspirations, and he's an incredibly talented guy, and I think that would be kind of neat to play off of him, because I I probably stole all his material for about the first 3 or 4 years on all that. I think the entire Milkman character was based on just being like and acting like Jim Carrey. And then maybe if like it was like a dramatic role, there's like a bunch of people that I would just get a kick out of working with, like obviously the greats like Robert De Niro or Al Pacino or someone like that who's just like a really classic old school actor.
You should give us a little De Niro.
No, that's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get. Now I'm getting back in, and so I'm working on some projects now. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry for being vague, but definitely stay tuned. I hope the fans will get to see me in a lot of stuff moving forward.
Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to act or sing as a career, or just advice in general about careers?
As far as acting, yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. It's not the easiest business in the world. It's easy being an actor. Don't let anyone tell you it's a really easy job, but it is hard to be part of that business. So I would say that only do it if you really love it. Don't let people push you towards it. But if you're passionate about it, stick with it. If you could do anything for free, meaning you didn't have to work and you didn't need money and you could just wake up and do something for free, what would you do? So for me, that's acting. And so I would just tell people to do what they would do for free, what they're passionate about, what they love.
What is your favorite past TV show?
My favorite past TV show? Oh, there's too many. Let's just do the most recent one. I was a huge Boardwalk Empire junkie. Again, not a comedic show, but that's like one of the ones I was watching, like a crackhead. I love my Boardwalk Empire. I don't know, maybe Seinfeld, because that show's really was about nothing, so they don't really have any cares or worries. They're just cruising through life. I think I'd want to hang out with Kramer, for sure. These are hard. There's so many. Most recently, let's just do the most recent ones, because there's so many that I would call my favorites. I just saw a girl with a dragon tattoo. That movie's crazy. You should go check it out.
That was funny because question number 17 is what's the last movie you saw in a movie theater?
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll skip the other question. That's the answer to the next question.
You're skipping ahead without even knowing it.
Yes, I'm psychic, as you can see. My dog.
You're seriously psychic.
My dog Dora. Oh, why? Because is that the next question? Yeah, she.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have a dog. She's amazing, and she's always happy to see me, and so that's one thing that I wouldn't want to live without. The pets love. The family pets love. That's also a tough question, because I think it would just be depending on like what mood I was in. I think if I'm working out, something upbeat. If I'm relaxing, I like a lot of like reggae and something that's mellow. Sometimes you just gotta have some rock and roll, like hard rock. I like everything pretty much. Not a big country fan, but I respect it, because there's a lot of great country artists out there, and it's a huge medium. But it's not my thing. It's okay if it is yours.
What charity is closest to your heart?
I like any charity surrounding, again, animals and animal welfare. That's a big part of my life. Also, I'm a big supporter of St. Jude's, the research hospital for children. I think they do amazing things, and they treat pretty much anyone and everyone who's sick. I'm I'm a big quote guy. I like, you know, all you have to do is look at my Twitter, and I try to throw out a lot of inspirational quotes all the time. One that's always on my mind, I think. Well, again, I'll just do the most recent one I heard is how you do anything is how you do everything. I like that quote. Okay, bye guys. Thanks. I had fun.